How do people come to terms with the fact that a majority of our adult years are spent working? By taking as many holidays and breaks from work as I can. I quit jobs that don't bring me down and focus on fulfilling things outside of work. I like to travel cheaply, camping, hike, bike, enjoy nature and art, and my wife and dog. I focus on that. And seriously, I leave a job no problem off to greener pastures if it feels inordinately draining on my life for a prolonged period of time. I recommend having a new job lined up before quitting though. Otherwise, the panic of looking for work is horrible. In the past, I found great fulfillment from my work when I worked as a community organizer. Other times I found fulfillment being an activist as a volunteer outside of work. These days I decided to go back to school. 29 years old. And my part-time job is boring. But that's okay, I have other things for fulfillment. Someday, many years from now, I might pursue a PhD. Or start a side hustle of refinishing furniture. In short, my advice is to just keep life interesting. A job doesn't have to be what brings you meaning. But if it's really draining for a number of months, start exploring other options and maybe even take some risks. After all, risks keep life exciting even when they're challenging. If you have kids, maybe minimize risk but maximize building a relationship with them. Good luck, op. People get married, have kids, buy a house. That all costs money. At one point, they don't work for themselves but to give their families a comfortable life. You just habituate to it over time. Ideally by getting into a job that you don't hate. Or at least sorta like. I graduated from college in 2013 and also had that weird existential crisis. It's inevitable. It took me a couple of years to come to terms with it. The upside is that I have money to pay for bills and to buy whatever I want. For the most part, I can travel wherever. I can buy useful and useless things. I do what I want on my days off. It's not that bad. I also have no plans of ever having children. So all my money and time are mine. You'll be okay. It just takes some time to get used to the fact that you have to work forever. Hunger. Literal wage-induced personal famine. I don't think I'll ever come to terms with it. Maybe it's not the answer you're looking for, but it is depressing and hopeless. I guess what keeps me going is that I want things that give slivers of happiness in this life, and in order to get some of that stuff, I need money, so I work. Going through this right now. Applied for my first real job an hour ago and that eerie feeling settled in when I realized that if I do get accepted, my life will only be class, work, homework, sleep. Scary feeling. Hence the whole, do what you love, Adawgx meme. That's life. Choose wisely. Personally, it has never bothered me. 24F. The way I see it is that humans have always needed to work to survive. No matter what. The type of jobs we do have just drastically changed over the years. In the beginning, work was hunting, shelter and mating. As time went on, roles were assigned to people in tribes, all of which were jobs, so that everyone could survive. For example, people making tools and clothing. As humans evolved, our needs evolved, creating new types of jobs with it. The way history went led us to where we are now with millions of different jobs to keep the tribe, your family, community, society, functioning. It may not be ideal, but it's our reality. If you don't do any of the jobs that are available out there and decide to go off-grid, you are still going to spend the rest of your life working to stay alive. The only difference is how you do it. In my opinion, A person should find a job they don't mind doing and make the best of the time they spend outside of work. Because realistically speaking, hardly anyone has their dream job, and in order to live in this world, you gotta work for it. I think there will come a time where people won't need to work anymore with the advancements of technology. However, I don't see that happening in my lifetime. So I make the best of what can. If you have a job that pays well, you should be learning how to invest, whether you go for growth stocks, dividend stocks, a healthy mixture, selling covered calls on top of your investment. Whatever. Learn about it. Experiment a bit and learn some lessons. And put your money to work for you. The sooner you do this, the better overall you'll be. And then maybe you can retire earlier than expected. But for me, I enjoy what I do. I haven't always enjoyed it. There have been times where work politics have made the environment stressful. But the vast majority of the time, I enjoy the challenges of work and the people I work with. So even though I have to do it so I can maintain an income, I also like doing it. So that's how I've come to terms with it. I whine like a cranky toddler most mornings. I guess it depends on the job you're doing. But I look at it more like my time is being spent contributing to my community, greater society, while also sustaining myself. I know a lot of people don't get to feel this way about their job. Most jobs aren't dream jobs. But I really take pride in the work I do, and then I don't feel so bad about spending so many hours doing it. I have a job that I prefer to subsistence farming. Unfortunately, for a lot of jobs that need to be done but admittedly suck. That's the best answer I have. Adawgx. Doesn't really bother me. That said, the more money you save up and invest, the quicker you can retire. But right now, you could just quit your job and be a bum. Live on the street or in the woods or on a compound or something. It's totally doable, even if it's frowned upon in society. When all is said and done, you don't have to work. You work because societal pressure, and you want money and things and that place in society. If you find work that is meaningful to you, that can change a lot of perspective too. Drugs and alcohol, thumbs up. I am literally in the process of selling everything I have so that I can restart and live in extremely cheap lifestyle, which will provide me the ability to have choices rather than chains. I still plan on working at my job until I decide what to do next. During that time, I will save every penny I can. I haven't felt this much hope in my life for a long time. My job is my job, and I leave it at work when I leave. I value my time not working. Focus on what makes you happy, not what makes you sad. It's like feeling down because you will waste a lot of your life sleeping. It's just something you gotta do. Just some food for thought. I grew up with a few people that inherited significant wealth at a young age and so have never had to work. I'm talking do literally whatever you could imagine type wealth. They are in their mid-30s at this point. And none of them are happy people despite having what many would think of the ideal situation. It vary against the Reddit party line. But working is fulfilling, even though it isn't always easy or fun, and you'd often prefer to be on a beach somewhere. Make really strong boundary promises to yourself going into adulthood. I have a corporate job in IT. I make sure everyone knows that when my 8 hours for the day is up, I am gone. I am a ghost. I will reincorporate my flesh at 8 tomorrow. I know that I am lucky, but this mindset is also why the Great Resignation is happening, and I think that a lot of work culture is primed to change in the next 5 years. Other than that, work is nothing more to me than a way to make money. I work for my free time, not because I like it, not because I owe it to anyone. I work to make money to better enjoy the pleasures of my off time.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Adawgx is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.